You're listening to Real Estate Roundup.
Real Estate Roundup.
With Realtor Nagaraj Annaiah every Sunday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. PST on Bolly 92.3 FM.
Getting you up close and personal with Bay Area real estate. Hello and welcome to Real Estate Roundup by nagarajhomes.com, honing in on your dream home. I'm Vijaya Lakshmi, and giving you that up close and personal look is none other than the founder of nagarajhomes.com, Nagaraj Annaiah, your trusted Bay Area tech realtor who's got his finger on the pulse of the Bay Area real estate and an eye on which way the winds blow, so that you can go in a winner, whether you plan to buy, sell, or invest in the market. So, as we get talking, you are cordially invited. Join us with your questions, your experiences, your concerns, your observations. Studio lines are open on Bolly 92.3 FM. You can call us at 408 912 5038. That number 408 912 5038. And with that, let me welcome Nagaraj. Happy Sunday, Nagaraj.
Hello, Vijaya Lakshmi and a Bay Area. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day out. We are live today.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a 49ers game too,
Yeah.
right? You guys are driving and any question on the real estate, you know where to call. Our studio line number, Vijay Lakshmi, can give out.
Yes.
And we have
408 912 5038. Keep those questions coming in for whatever's on your mind, real estate wise.
Are you a first time home buyer, right? Are you a seller? Are you a seasoned investor and you need some advice, right? Do give us a call. We have a question on the floor today, Vijay Lakshmi. It's kind of a debatable question. Are sellers are greedy nowadays? That's the question on the floor. You can say yes or no, or you can give your viewpoint. Give us a call and let me know. Do you think sellers are greedy nowadays? Okay, we will tell our viewpoint at the end of the show. You need to listen until the end of the show. But the question on the floor is, and it's a debatable and a controversial question.
Very debatable. Yeah, definitely. So keep those your thoughts coming in on that, on the question on the floor today, and also anything that you want to discuss. You'll need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of hand holding. Nagaraj is more than happy to help you. So 408 912 5038 is the number in the studio. So call us right now. So that is a great question right there.
I think I have a story to connect for that, but we give our viewpoint at the end of the show. Okay.
Yeah.
See, recently one Biryasa home was like for sale from last 6 months. Okay, last 6 months. Okay. Their asking price was for 1.58 to 1.6, and it was like on and off the market. So around June time frame, we put an offer for 1.55. The seller said, nah, we want some more like 1.6. Okay. We gave around 1.58. The other buyer came in at the same point of the time. Okay. So as soon as the second buyer came in, seller's requirement was we need 1.65.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So now we try to increase our price, but other buyer came in at 1.63. They went into a contract. For 6 months, not much activities on this
had been happening. Yeah.
It's a 2,000 square footage, close to 8,000 square footage, good location in the Biryasa, but it's in the kind of a busy street. Okay, Biryasa is kind of a busy street around there, right? They went into a contract. They went into 1.63, but they had went it with a 7 days contingency, inspection contingency, right? After 7 days, the other buyer got panicked. Okay. So they said cancel the contract. They canceled the contract.
They canceled the contract. Oh my gosh.
Because inspection came in. Now buyer says, I want to sell nothing less than 1.65. Now one more buyer came in. Okay. Seller at some point, they said, I need 1.7. They were at until 1.6 to 1.65. Now they
jumped to 1.7.
1.7. Okay. We thought it's 1.7 is too high, but the other buyer was able to go for 1.7.
Oh, okay.
They went into a contract for 1.7. So who was the beneficiary now? The buyer who lost out was a beneficiary, or the seller is the beneficiary now?
Obviously, the seller.
Yeah, obviously it's a seller.
Yeah.
Right? So what does it say? So
Mm.
this is the discussion point. Are the sellers are greedy nowadays?
Yeah.
Do give us a call, share your thoughts. Like if you're lost multiple offers, like you are into the same situation, right?
Yes.
Give
Yes.
us a call, or
Absolutely.
like if you have any questions, you are a first-time home buyer and you need some suggestions or like
Yes.
way to get started. Do
Yeah,
give us a call.
absolutely. Like the sellers, it's kind of a bait and switch. They're getting you into the game and then they keep raising or pushing the bar on the
No,
price,
I
right?
don't want to give my point, and we'll give it a discuss at the end of it. Uh,
Okay.
do give us a call.
Yes.
Uh, the studio
So, yeah,
line.
please give us a call 408-912-5038. Have you experienced a similar situation, or you want to, what are your thoughts on this idea that sellers are getting greedy and very avaricious over the price? We'd love to hear from you on that or anything else that you'd like a little bit of considered advice from our subject matter in the house. That's Nagaraj Annaiah. He's here to help you through it all. And of course, nagarajhomes.com, nagaraj homes.com is where you want to go for all things real estate. That is your one stop shop for everything that you need. But right now, we need you to contribute to the conversation 408-912-5038. So, Nagraj, so we'll leave that question on the floor and we'll wait for folks to call in. But, I came across this very um, interesting, not I'd say heartening sort of a report that came out this week where single women now own more homes than single men in California, and the overall home ownership is majority female in the US. Can you believe it? I mean, that was really, I had to take a pause on that. So that was great. And because why it matters really is because 60 years ago women couldn't even get a credit card or a mortgage without a male co-signer. And so now, even in the Bay Area's tight housing market, the share of single women home owners is eclipsing that of single men. So that was a good,
And
way to go.
it's a valid Vijay Lakshmi. I
Yeah,
think, see, especially if you come, a lot of immigrants come to US with a dream, right?
yeah,
See, this country gives you, if you work hard and plan properly,
yeah.
right? And if you are kind of wants to take a risk, right?
Mm,
There's nothing called risk-free investment, right? When you take a risk, then only you can get something out of here, right?
correct.
I was
Mm-hmm.
keep telling you, especially home prices are going up
Mm,
because of the H4 EAD contributions.
mm-hmm.
Okay, you can go back. I've seen in 2017 the buyers was along with me. They wanted to buy the house that time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
but wife said no. Let's wait because we need to go back to India. We need to go back to India, right? But they started at 2017, but still they have not bought the house. Okay,
mm.
but other way, if the other partner is helping you out to buy,
Yeah.
they're contributing you to buy. Okay, if you're set in a vision, right, like
Mm,
I want to stay here, or
mm.
you're relying on no matter what happen, we'll keep on moving in,
Yes.
right? I think that people have succeeded more. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the confused people around, like we need to go back, we don't know
Yeah.
what it is in.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have
But
to be more decisive towards that, right?
But going back to your original discussion on the
Yes.
women's contributing, that's really, I've seen it already. Okay.
Yeah.
That is where the real estate industry is also, the prices are jumping in around. One more contributing is for the H4EAD partners. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing I've noticed in, I think we had never had a discussion on recently, one of the sad story part, right? Like I think I was keep telling you on the sad story. But
Mm.
listeners, you're listening to Real Estate Connect.
Yes.
Nagaraj and Annaiah, and if you have any questions, and our question on the floor was, our sellers are greedy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to share your viewpoint, and
Yeah.
if you are one of the women who has like made a successful in this, right?
Yeah, if
In
you're one of those women that we've been talking about who are like owning homes and really outpacing men where that is concerned, give us a shout out right here, call in, and we'd love to talk to you. 408-912-5038. You're listening to Real Estate Roundup with Nagaraj Annaiah. I'm Vijaya Lakshmi. So that is excellent right there. And of course, like we said, about single, I mean, women have always faced that gender pay gap and
I
things
think that's a
like
good,
that.
right? The pay gaps nowadays
Yeah.
is slowing down, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
especially women are treated equally, and a lot of diversities, a lot of big companies nowadays, right? Once the women's as also one of the highest paid, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen down like a lot of companies, Asian men's pay instead of Asian men's, they prefer Asian women's more for the companies, right? It's a
Mm.
diversity what's in bringing in.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is also one of the good thing.
Correct.
And
Mm-hmm.
I've seen two ways of things, right? Like where they're independent, they want to start contributing in more, but some of them are still dependent. I think as in when you come to US,
Mm.
I think you come here for an independent, like or to start contributing in.
Yeah.
Right? I
Yeah.
think that you need to watch out for, especially other people's around.
Right.
But it's a
Right.
good discussion, Vijay
Good
Lakshmi.
discussion to have. And 408-912-5038 is the number to call in while we have Nagraj, in the house with us to address any questions you may have, and the question on the floor as well, whether sellers today are being more greedy in terms of trying to get the top buck, top dollar in their
You don't
for
agree, you can say no. If you
yes.
agree, say yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is also more than welcome.
That's right. So since we're talking about, say selling a home, what is your suggestion? Should one fix the home before listing it or sell it as is?
That's a great. I think see that's a most confusion things to happen, right? Like a lot of the sellers, right? Because it depends on the condition of the house. Okay, it's not straightforward yes or no.
Hmm.
Okay, and what is your minimum expectation on the house? Your like what is the because you need to set a threshold for yourself, right? Of for how much price you want to get out of it,
Yeah.
correct? And how much you can invest to make the house ready, because no house what you do the upgrades, it depends on the buyer, the new buyer, right? For him, if you don't like it, okay, you are not in a so modern enough so that you make that house completely ready. You can't do
Mm,
a patch up ready and sell the house,
correct. Yeah.
because other buyer coming in, you patch it up and sell it also, other buyer don't like what you do it, he might
Mm,
not give you the value,
exactly. Yeah.
that right value for that house, right?
It's not as per their taste
I
or,
was in a Livermore today. That house was built in 1996. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Being in 1996, it's a 28 or 26 years, 28 years old property, right?
Yeah.
That house also needs an upgrade. It's being in a newer home also. Okay.
True.
As a seller, he can do a little bit patch up work like a painting or the stains for the even the cabinets around
Yeah.
to make the
Yeah.
house. But the other buyer coming in, he needs an island kitchen,
Mm.
or he needs an instead of a countertop, he might not like the regular granite countertops, he might need a quartz countertop,
Mm.
right?
Correct.
So it comes down to that choices
So
also.
like an extensive remodel is not necessary, but just a
It's
touch
the
up.
price what you pay for it, right? Like for example, that house needs a complete house is a complete fixer upper, you
Mm.
right? Then maybe you need to set the budget for yourself, right? Like it's a 200K or a 100K. What is the budget? You put in 100K, does the house gets you 250K more?
Mm.
Okay, but the house is next right next to a freeway or right next to something else, right? Like a busier street. But you put that 100K, you get it back,
Right.
or a
Mm-hmm.
150K you put it, you get it back. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and with that 100K, are you doing a perfect job, right?
Mm.
Are you fixing up everything?
Yeah.
I'm seeing it, it's a good for the buyers out there if they're taking completely model, but they're fixing up the termite issues, they're fixing up everything.
Mm.
To add to that, recently the one of the client bought it in Beriasa. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that was what 1.42. That was a great bargain, especially in this market,
Yeah.
because the houses are going for 1.6. But for them, they're putting a 150K more for the upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even the seller would have done it, but it might not done to the buyer's choice.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
No house is perfect house for any buyers out there.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
need to take it and make it ready for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, especially these older homes are most of the Bay Area homes, you get it into what 1970s, 1960s.
60s, yes.
We had a great conversation sometime back. What
Yeah.
kind of a home do you buy, right? Do you
Mhm.
want to buy older homes or a newer homes?
Correct. Yeah.
Business, you're listening to Real Estate.
Yes, Real Estate Roundup with Nagaraj Annaiah, and he's here. You are here too, so join us. Join us in this conversation with your thoughts. What do you think about the present real estate market? Are you having a challenging time getting your foot into your dream home, into the door of your dream home rather, or you're looking to sell? Maybe you want to downsize. You're having issues with that. You want to sort of brainstorm some of these issues. Give us a call right now, 408-912-5038. 408-912-5038. And there is also a question in the house from the seller's perspective. Is the seller being very greedy? What are your thoughts? If you've been trying to buy a home, have you encountered
I think there's
some?
two questions, right? Like, I mean to say the question on the floor is like it's for even for the sellers, right?
Yeah.
If they don't agree it, you can give it
Yeah,
a
do the
call.
sellers feel they're justified in doing what they're doing, from their perspective as well? So it's open floor right here. Call in with what your thoughts are. Again, the number is 408-912-5038. And of course, Nagaraj Annaiah is an expert in the market in the Bay Area. Whichever are your preferred locations, he can really help you sort through things. And he also happens to be a mortgage specialist as well. So he brings that aspect of mortgage to bear for you to make you understand what are your best options before going into that situation. So he's fully
And
equipped, and if you
one more
haven't
thing,
already,
Lakshmi,
yeah,
already callers had called earlier onto the show, right?
yeah,
We should not, we are not stopping them to call us back. You're more
yes.
than welcome to have a multiple.
Yeah, yeah, please do call. And of course, I wanted to tell folks is that you bring your experience, your technology to bear on what you do. And if folks haven't already signed up or subscribed, they must subscribe to Nagaraj Annaiah's YouTube channel, because he's with it. Like every week, he's on it. Bringing you what's hot, what's trending in the Bay Area real estate market. So if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe the channel, Nagaraj Annaiah, and you can even actually listen to the show over there as well in once it's done, right? You upload
All
that
the
as well.
videos, all these discussions, what we are doing in, we'll be uploading into the my YouTube channel, Nagaraj Annaiah handle. You can go watch there when you have more time.
Yeah,
You can leave the comments because we have one more show on Fridays with the different experts in coming in, and we'll discuss with the immigration, we discuss with the remodeling,
yeah,
mortgage. All the experts come out there on Fridays also.
correct.
Lot of- Especially the last two shows on the immigration, right? Especially
Yeah.
on the EB1A, H1B job losses was so much beneficial for all the buyers out there,
Mm-hmm.
or the all the engineers out there.
Definitely. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
do go and watch it.
Yes, that's a show again. That's on Fridays at 6:30, right? On Bolly 92.3
Friday
FM.
6:30 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yes, it's all the different stakeholders who have a say in real estate, and Nagraj really brings all of those folks out there to connect with you, and that is an excellent show that you must tune into if you haven't already. And of course, you're here on this excellent show as well, so we are looking to talk to you. Give us a call, 408-912-5038, 408-912-5038. And Nagraj, I think you're the most prolific realtor out there, like the true blue Silicon Valley uh, realtor, because you're like using, the technology to your advantage, the social media and all of that to reach out to people and to educate them, really. The whole point
Education
is,
plays a very, very important role, right? Like, see, you might be not ready to now buy, okay?
yeah,
But equipping with it, okay? For me, it's real estate is not only for buying and selling.
yeah,
For me, all the aspects of connecting for them to make a right decisions to buy for themselves
hmm,
plays a role. For
yeah,
example, after you buy, what you do with the remodeling, right? And after you buy, like you have a visa issues, what do you do it? Because a lot of people ask me, Nagaraj, what do I do? I
yeah,
buy a house, 2 million house. What do I do if I lose a job? Right?
yes,
that is where the immigration expert comes in.
They're all interconnected issues.
All
It's not just a standalone thing that you buy a
Yes,
house and that's the
especially
end
in
of it.
this country, right? A lot of immigrants come in, a lot of talented engineers comes in.
True.
They don't know what is. We are like just closing our eyes, just
Yeah,
working.
with blinders. Yes,
We don't
absolutely.
even know there are ways to get out of it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, especially in 2024 time frame, there are so many layoffs happening in around. Correct.
Yeah.
If you're not equipped and if you're not thinking a whole ahead for yourself, you're just. I was talking to one of the client in there. He was like working in one company from last 15 years.
Yeah.
Last 15 years. When the
Yes.
time to go out, right? They
Yeah.
just blindly close and sending them out
Oh,
because they don't care if
yeah.
you're. It doesn't matter you're performing 8 hours, you're performing 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but the new technology comes in or like new thing to because the companies are not tied
You're
to
out the
one.
door. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Correct.
so that is where the show is all about. Educate for you
Yes.
so that you can make it decisions for yourself.
Yeah. And make you aware of what is at stake, what are all, the connections, and to get you aware, because like you said, everybody's with that narrow focus and not looking elsewhere. So this really gives you a bird's eye view of what's really important for you,
Yes,
right? And so yeah, so folks, if what I'm saying is resonating with you, give us a call,
and
408 912
we have one more
5038.
discussion. Yeah, sorry, go ahead and
Go
you can
ahead.
use the
Yeah.
call. So I think we had one more discussion on the last time we wanted to discuss, especially on the people buying the condos, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What to watch out for. If you're buying anything on the older condos, go check the balance of the HOA. Okay. Are they planning any for the renovation?
Oh.
Okay. If the HOA has does not done the any renovations recently, right? Keep that budget because recently one of my client bought in a very good location in Bay
Mm-hmm.
Area. But as soon as they went into a contract and they bought the house, they got
Mm-hmm.
a 20K, close to a 20K check for the
Oh.
HOA from the HOA. Okay, because HOA committee basically went gone through it and find out some of the upgrades are emergency upgrades are needed for the houses around it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that is where you, especially somebody who wants buying in a condos, do watch out for the funds in the HOA.
Oh wow, that's a
Okay,
very
because
good
it's not
point.
only HOA fees what you think about it. Okay, more than the HOA, if the committee thinks some emergency upgrades or any necessary upgrade needs to be done,
Mm-hmm.
then the HOA might charge you additionally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's basically on HOA voting guidelines, right? Like if some few folks from the HOA committee thinks that this is our necessary upgrades, as one of your homeowner, you can't do anything. You can't object anything on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is one of the differences I keep telling you on the single family homes and the condos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the question on the floor was: Our sellers are greedy nowadays?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See, I think what my thought was like, my thing is like it's a market dynamics are compelling them to adapt to a changing conditions. Okay, so number of homes are very less in the inventory.
Inventory. Yeah.
Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
more we are still seeing the layoffs, but the number of buyers are all-time high. Okay, well qualified buyers. I'm talking about the well qualified buyers are very high.
Mm-hmm.
If the sellers are selling, it's for the reasons they're selling in, right? Like especially they might be because of the old age need. Okay, because so after the buyers sell, right, means after sellers sell, right, they might be going to the old age case.
Yeah.
They need a money to take care for themselves
Mm-hmm.
because especially in the South Bay, most of the sellers are the old enough, right, where they need to
Yes.
go to the old age. They need the funds to take care for them.
Mm-hmm. The
Okay.
rest of they have to sort of figure
Okay.
out the right.
They need the funds for themselves, right? Like that is also one of the because the one of the Berryasa seller, I don't say it's the seller alone decided. The
Mm-hmm.
seller family also, right? 3 to 4 people decide it in because they need a funds for them to take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And since the all-time low inventory, and not only you are the only buyer out there, so there are many buyers out there.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
each buyer thinks the value of because Even that,
Supply and demand,
yeah,
basically.
and it's even that house 1.7, I feel it's a great, because the recent comparable was for 1.8.
Uh-huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it still was lower than the
Because when they
comparable.
somebody had accepted for 1.6, the comparable for the sold was not there out for 1.8. As
Mm-hmm.
soon as the that buyer let go, other buyer came in, the comparable came out for 1.8.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
So as soon as the buyer came in, means as soon as the comparable came in, is nothing wrong in demanding it.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Unless the buyer are not there to pay for it, whatever the demand is there doesn't matter.
So it
But
doesn't seem so unreasonable, is what you're
I
saying.
don't
Do you
think
think?
it's
Mm-hmm.
because it's a market conditions. As a buyer, you need to set the vision out there. I know I might be paying for 30, 40,000 higher right now, but does it in 10 years, does it make a difference for me? If
Yeah.
you're selling it next year,
Yeah.
sorry, we can't do
Right.
anything on that.
Yeah. But in the
But
long run.
long run, it's a marathon. You keep
Yeah.
running out of there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking you want to exit out of this marathon in
Yeah.
next 2 years, 1 year, or you're thinking about retirement, then that's not the house for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That's great perspective. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. It's anybody's greedy out there. It's just a demand and supply
Supply
situation, which is,
situation.
and how many homes are building around here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But any home buyer, when they think, when to take a house, or when they finalize the house, just set a vision out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
Wow.
everything makes a difference for yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And great food for thought right there. And of course, Nagaraj, looking forward to continued conversations and for you folks to join us as well on Real Estate Roundup every Sunday, 12:30 to 1 p.m.
And
Until
don't miss
next
on
Sunday.
Friday shows also. Friday
Yes, Friday
6:30.
6:30 to 7. So until next time, this is Vijaya Lakshmi. Thank you for joining us. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you.
Promote your business